Any question? No questions. Yes?
I wanted to ask Maharaj, because when we were in Faridabad, he told me about importance in translation. How to, he gave me some samples how to do. I wanted to ask him anything else that he can tell me about how to be more truthful to the original when you are about to translate. What else can we do?
जब एक व्यक्ति बंगाली भाषा से हो, हिंदी भाषा से हो, यदि किसी वैष्णव आचार्य के ग्रंथ का अनुवाद करता है तो उस समय उसको किस किस वस्तु का ध्यान रखना चाहिए?
वस्तु होता है सिद्धांत, वो सिद्धांत को ठीक रख के करना। पहले तो अपने समझो, बाद में तो उसको ट्रांसलेट करोगे। खुद का समझ में नहीं आएगा तो कैसे करोगे? इस शब्द ज्ञान से ही ट्रांसलेट होता नहीं। भाव को जानना है, भाव को जानकर ही करने पड़ता है, नहीं तो वो कीर्तन में एक बार करुणा करो वैष्णव गोसाई, इसको ट्रांसलेट किया, ये एक बार करुणा करो, एक उसका ट्रांसलेट हुआ तो क्या हुआ? एकदम उल्टा हो गया। तो एक दफ़ा करुणा ही चाहता है, करुणा एक दो दफ़ा नहीं चाहिए। उसका मतलब आप एक बार करुणा करो ना, आप कृपा करो, बहुत हो गया, ये हमारा बहुत जन्म बीत गया। तो इसी माफी भगवान का ट्रांसलेट एक करेगा भाषा में। इसलिए हमारा परम गुरु जी ने बड़ा विद्वान जैव धर्म को ट्रांसलेट करने के लिए दिया था। एक चैप्टर करने के बाद बोला इनको मेहनत का जरूरत है, इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छा है लेकिन भाव कुछ है ही नहीं। इसी माफी इसको बोलता है, कोई कीर्तन है उनास को कर दिया नेग्लेक्टली, ये तो अनुवाद नहीं है। बड़ा मुश्किल, ये जब अनुवाद तो करने के लिए बहुत उत्साह है, लेकिन अनुवाद करने का योग्यता हो तब तो। पहले तो खुद ही समझो भाव का, वैष्णव का ग्रंथ को अनुवाद करो, क्या अनुवाद करो? पहले तो खुद समझो। इसलिए एक नहीं, बड़ा बड़ा विद्वान को देखा, वो समझता नहीं, सब उल्टा कर देता है। 4 विद्वान को दिखाया था तो ऐसा ही समझ में आया नहीं। जब उसको बोला तब उनका समझ में आया, तो बोला वो खुद ही सरेंडर कर लिया। जो हम लोग भाषा शुद्ध कर दे सकता हूँ, लेकिन भाव तो नहीं समझ में आएगा। उसमें था सूर्यकांत तो गोस्वामी, वो भी एक प्रोफेसर था, एक प्रिंसिपल था शर्मा, एक साहित्य रत्न था, ये तो सब था, किसी के समझ में आएगी ऐसे ही। तो बड़ा मुश्किल, वैष्णव आचार्य के ग्रंथों को ये करेंगे, ये सेवा हो जाएगा, ऐसा होता नहीं। यह है मेंटल कंकुक्शन। पहले तो खुद ही समझो, बाद में वो उसका अनुवाद होता है। अनुवाद ऐसा होता नहीं। बताओ।
I think everybody understood the question what she was asking. While Srila Maharaj was there in Faridabad, at that time this Didi, she came with one book and offered to Maharaj, which was translated by her. At that time
Manishwari, I do fidelity check, like
Okay. She did some service in publication of that book. So she brought that book and gave to Maharaj. At that time Maharaj gave her some instructions. So she wanted that if there is some further instructions regarding that. So Srila Maharaj started speaking that the main thing which one has to take care of, that is the Siddhanta written by our Guru Vargas, by Vaishnava Acaryas. The Siddhanta, whatever is been mentioned by them, first of all, one has to understand himself under the proper authority. Then and only then he can put into any other language. If one does not understand himself, it is not possible for that person, even though he may know the language, to put it into another language and everything may come right. That is not true. First, one has to understand himself very clearly, everything, whatever is been written over there, he understands first and then and only then he can present. Like Srila Maharaj was mentioning that there is one kirtan, Ibar Karuna Karo Vaishnava Gosai. In this kirtan, because sometime when you translate it, so many words are very very close to each other. Ibar means at this time, now, and it was being translated that a bar means at least once. So Srila Maharaj was mentioning that it is not at least once, means we want only mercy of Vaishnava only once. No, a bar means at this time, because now I am in such a consciousness that where I am praying at your lotus feet, I don't know that that consciousness will stay with me all the time or not. So please bless me even at this time, because I am in this consciousness. Now I am begging for your mercy. So unless and until one understands himself first very clearly, it is not possible that he can translate. Then he was giving an example of Srila Prabhupada, that at the time of Srila Prabhupada, somebody who was a very great scholar of English, a very learned person, he translated one chapter of Jaiva Dharma and showed to Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada saw that, Srila Prabhupada appreciated his English. But he said that, oh, please don't don't further proceed. Don't invest your so much energy which will not be of any use. Why? Because your English is very good, but the same mood which Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur has written is not been served in this translation. So better not go forward. So in this way, what is the main thing? Language, knowing language is not the main thing. To understand the bhav and then carry the same bhav in the translation, that is the main thing. If one is able to do that, then and only then it is advisable that one can go forward for translations, otherwise not. Then Maharaj was giving one another example of his personal experience. While he was translating Chaitanya Bhagavatam, he was involved in that project too much. There were 4 scholars, those who were doing so many other like checking the language or fidelity check or so many other things. But there was one word, upadhan. That word was being translated by all of them and checked thoroughly in a very different way. But when Maharaj asked them that, oh, I don't think that this word is being translated properly, then they say, no, it is perfect. Then Srila Maharaj said, no. He showed them what is the meaning of upadhan, means a pillow. So then they said, oh, we never heard that, it is not in the dictionary. Then Maharaj gave one verse from Kul Shekhar, and then over there it was being used for pillow. So then they admitted, yes.
No, in the dictionary also. Otherwise there's Shirodhan.
Over there upadhan and shirodhan, different word was being used, but the meaning is same. So they themselves admitted that yes, we can check the language, we can correct so many things, but in detail, very minutely, it is not possible for us to go through all these things. So unless and until one has associated with great Vaishnavas and they have understood everything from them, it is not so easy for them to put everything into the words. This is what Srila Maharaj was speaking about that. Any other question you wanted to ask?
We hear often about this pastime with Kalidas, taking remnants from
Vaishnavas.
Vaishnavas. And we also see in Upadeshamrita this instruction that we should accept the prasad remnants from pure devotees. And that this gives us eligibility to receive the Lord's mercy, the Lord's prasad.
In Upadeshamrita.
Well, it's not, but the Kalidas.
Okay.
Yeah, but the question is, it's necessary to only accept these prasad remnants from the pure devotees, not from like devotees that are more advanced than us. We have to have faith that they're a pure devotee. As Upadeshamrita translation, it says we should accept those remnants from pure devotees. So we should have faith that this remnants are from the pure devotees. We should take those remnants and not remnants from Vaishnavas who we may think that are very elevated but maybe not pure devotees yet.
Can somebody put that question again into simple way?
I think she's saying that in Upadeshamrita it's advised, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad is advising us to take the remnants of only pure devotees.
That's what I don't know that verse. The Dati Pratigrinati is there, but that doesn't speak about the remnants.
Exchange, loving exchanges, 6 loving exchanges. So does this apply to those who are not pure devotees? They may be more advanced than us, they may be far senior to us, but then maybe not Uttamadi Vaishnavas.
उनका प्रश्न है कि ऐसे तो जो आपसे कथा सुनते हैं चैतन्य चरितामृत की कि कैसे कालिदास रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी के जो खूड़ तात वो जो है वैष्णवों का उच्छिष्ट सब समय जा कर के ग्रहण करते थे,
पहले सेवा करता था, बाद में
जी, तो उनका उच्छिष्ट लेते हैं, तो उसमें उनके अंदर योग्यता आई महाप्रभु की कृपा को प्राप्त करने की। और उपदेशामृत में जहाँ पर बताया गया ददाति प्रतिगृणाति गुज्जम आख्याति पृच्छति, वहाँ पर भी बोला कि ददाति प्रतिगृणाति देना वैष्णवों को और उनसे लेना, ये उसमें भी विचार दिखाया गया है। तो वहाँ पर विचार दिखाया कि शुद्ध वैष्णवों के साथ में ये सब क्रिया होने से, शुद्ध वैष्णवों के साथ ये सब क्रिया होने से एक व्यक्ति का परम मंगल होता है। तो अभी वहाँ पर शुद्ध वैष्णव कहने का अर्थ क्या उत्तम अधिकारी है, या फिर उसका अर्थ जो हमसे श्रेष्ठ वैष्णव जन हैं वो किया जा सकता है?
जो हमसे श्रेष्ठ है उसका संग किया जा सकता है। जैसे कोई स्टूडेंट है, सीनियर स्टूडेंट से भी पाठ लेता है, तो उसमें उसका फायदा होता नहीं। लेकिन जैसा जैसा होगा, जैसा जैसा अपना अधिकार है, उसमें आप एक संग भगवान दे देंगे।
आप यदि स्वयं निम्न अवस्था में हैं और आपको यदि उच्च अधिकार का वैष्णव प्राप्त भी हुआ, तो भी आप क्या उनकी महिमा को समझ पाएंगे? नहीं। So Srila Maharaj in short he is giving answer that can say like if a student is there in the 2nd standard and if there is another student who is in the 5th standard, is it possible for the student who is in the 2nd standard to learn something from him or not? If that is possible, then how come it is not possible that when one is associating with somebody who is superior to them, that they will not benefited? They will be benefited for sure. On the other side, that even if you yourself are not so qualified and you come across with a Uttam Bhagavad, it is not possible that you will be able to understand them or learn something from them. It may be that you may not even recognize them. So it is advisable that with whomsoever we come across, if they are superior to us, senior to us, we make benefit out of them.
in Chaitanya Bhagavat, there's one Leela where Mukunda, who was one very dear associate of who was going here and there to Mayavadi, different places, and when Mahaprabhu he didn't want to give prema to Mukunda because he said, oh, he's going here, there, everywhere. So devotees were very worried, and then they requested Mahaprabhu, said, okay, then after millions of lifetimes, you can have my darshan. But when he found out, he was dancing in joy. He was in so much ecstasy. But if that, I was thinking the other day that if that happened to me, then I wouldn't see Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu for millions of lifetimes. I would be very, how you say,
depressed.
Depressed, yeah. So the thing is, and sometimes I think it will take me millions of lifetimes also to reach this goal. So I guess because I'm not surrendered, but still I don't know how to, develop this patience, and it doesn't matter how, this surrender doesn't matter how long it takes anyhow.
The main question you are asking that how to develop the patience.
Yeah.
उनका प्रश्न है कि महाप्रभु ने जिस समय मुकुंद दत्त को कहा कि ये खड़ जातिया है, इसको इस समय मैं प्रेम नहीं दूंगा, तो
ना दर्शन नहीं देंगे, प्रेम तो
दर्शन नहीं दूंगा। तो उसके बाद में जब श्रीवास पंडित ने पूछा कब योग्यता आएगी, महाप्रभु ने जो सारा संवाद हुआ, तो उसमें जो सारा का सारा विचार गया कि किस प्रकार से फिर वो नृत्य करने लगे सुन करके महाप्रभु की बात कि इसको इतने जन्मों के बाद में मिलेगा, 1 करोड़ जन्म के बाद मिलेगा। तो वो उनको नृत्य करने लगे और फिर उनको योग्यता उसी समय मिल भी गया, किंतु उसमें दिखाई दिया कि उनके अंदर कितना अधिक पेशेंस था। तो वो माता बोलती है मेरे में तो मेरे को अगर ये बात पता चले तो मैं तो डिप्रेशन में चली जाऊं।
तो फिर मिलेगी नहीं आपको हरि भक्ति।
If you will go in depression, then you will not be able to attain bhakti. तो कहते हैं कि पेशेंस जो है उसको किस प्रकार से बढ़ाया जाए
श्रवण से।
By hearing, one can become more and more patient.
पेशेंट नहीं रहेगा, पौधा लगाने के साथ साथ फल मिल जाएगा, तो उसका तो बनाना ही नहीं चाहिए। अब बनाएंगे तो वो शर्म जाएगा।
Maharaj is saying that
मेहनत ही जाएगा।
Maharaj is saying that just by sowing the seed, one will not be able to get the fruit. It will take time because there is natural process in it. So if a person just by sowing the seed, he may start thinking that when I will reap this, then he will not be able to get anything. So that's why one has to be very, very practical, having understanding that yes, the process takes time.
I have a practical question from a devotee in the Philippines. When a devotee,
when you start speaking, doesn't seem like you are sick at all.
He finally understood that the guru he took is fallen, and he's ready to look for a bona fide guru. In fact, he's coming to India to meet Sri Maharaj. So he's asking what to do with his Brahmin thread and what to do with his Gayatri mantra. Should he continue it or stop it or what?
कोई एक भक्त हैं जिन्होंने पहले गुरु धारण किया, उनसे मंत्र इत्यादि लिए, ब्राह्मण थ्रेड मिला, ये जनेऊ मिला, किंतु उनके गुरुजी जो हैं उनका वो पतन हो गया और वो जो भी संसार में चला गया जो कुछ भी है। तो अभी वो बच्चा जिज्ञासा करता है कि जो गायत्री मंत्र मुझे उनसे प्राप्त हुए थे उनका जप करते रहना चाहिए या नहीं, और जो मेरे को उपवित मिला है उसको फेंक देना चाहिए ना रखना चाहिए।
इसी से अपने पढ़ा था, ABCD पढ़ा था और वो पतन हो गया। तो बाद में उसको आप उसको कोई बदलेगा
ना ना, वो बोलता है जे इस अवस्था में जब उसने नए गुरु को अभी तक धारण नहीं किया तो वो ब्रह्म गायत्री इत्यादि जप करता रहे या नहीं?
ना, गुरु धारण ना करे तो कैसे करेगा?
पहले तो किया, वो पतित हो गया।
पतित हो गया तो वो पतित होने से भी ये पतित नहीं होगा।
तो ये जो
जिस वक्त दिया था उस वक्त तो पतित नहीं था।
ठीक है,
वही शिक्षा चलेगा।
ठीक।
और उसके साथ वो डेवलप के लिए दूसरी शिक्षा गुरु के पास शिक्षा ले सकता है। वो तो बदलेगा नहीं, अगर देना तो वही बोलेगा। तो
किंतु यदि उसको कोई व्यक्ति फिर से आश्रय देता है उनके दीक्षा गुरु बन के, तब तो वैष्णव नियम के अनुसार उसको तो धारण करना पड़ेगा ना।
कर सकता है तो करे तो तब भी तो कोई बदलेगा नहीं
ना, बदलेगा नहीं। ठीक है,
तब बदल क्या हुआ?
ठीक है।
कोई स्कूल में पढ़ के फेल हो गया और दूसरी स्कूल में एडमिट किया, तो उस वक्त की जो शिक्षा किया था वो बातिल होगा
ना? वो वही रहेगा।
वो ABCD सब बदल देगा
ना,
तो क्या बदलेगा?
कुछ भी नहीं। ठीक है,
ये विचार से ऐसा। लेकिन फर्दर प्रोग्रेस के लिए वो श्रेष्ठ को संग करेगा, उसके साथ तो करेगा।
ठीक।
अगर यदि मन में डाउट रहे उसमें से वो संस्कार देगा। वो दीक्षा होना जो है वो संस्कार।
मन में डाउट रहेगा किस चीज का? किस चीज का डाउट?
वो जो वो भी रखना कि नहीं रखना इत्यादि।
तो अगर डाउट होता है तो उतार के रख देगा।
हाँ, उतार के दूसरी लेगा।
ठीक। So in detail Maharaj is explaining that if a person he has accepted Diksha mantras and Brahmin thread and whatsoever it is, the time when he has accepted all these things, at that time his guru was not fallen. If his guru was not fallen at that time when he had given him everything, so he will be chanting those mantras, he will be keeping the Brahmin thread, but he will be looking forward. If afterward his guru falls down, then he will be looking forward for a proper Shiksha guru, and then if somebody is ready to give him shelter being as his Diksha guru, then he will go for accepting him also as his Diksha guru. But like he is saying that if somebody is teaching in the school ABCD, and then if a student or a teacher, can say first a teacher, if that teacher gives up his job of teaching and then the student has to go to somebody else for learning, then is it that he has to learn ABCD again, or ABCD will stay the same? ABCD will stay the same. So in the same way Brahmin mantras, this Brahma Gayatri or other mantras will stay same, and the Brahmin thread will also stay same. There will be no change in that, but the teacher has fallen, so the teacher has to be replaced. So in the same way in the guru also, if fallen, then one has to accept new guru, that's for sure. But if one is having Brahmin thread, that can stay, and if one is chanting mantras, he can continue, and then again he can revive the mantras with somebody else, some other guru. But if one is having doubt in his mind that, oh, I don't want to carry this Brahmin thread, or I don't want to chant these mantras because it is not been given by a bona fide person, or now he is not bona fide, he is fallen down. So in that case, if that doubt is there in the mind, then he should give up this Brahmin thread, give up chanting of mantras, and again look forward for a bona fide guru and take his shelter.
He's one of the pujaris in the temple, so he should also give up that.
If there is doubt, first he is saying no, then if still he is unable to keep it, like his psychology doesn't allow, then he can go for that.
Because Maharaj said if a guru falls, then he was never a guru, and Gurudev also says that. So now there seems to be a contradiction that before he wasn't fallen, now he's
No, is in that contradiction. It is not like that. I can ask him first, then I can speak with you. वो कह रहे हैं कि आपने एक जगह पहले बोला था कि गुरु जो हैं उनका कभी फॉल डाउन होता ही नहीं है,
होता नहीं
तो इसीलिए आप अभी जो बोल रहे हैं कि पहले जिस समय उसने मंत्र दिया था तब तो वो पतित नहीं था, तो अब दोनों बातें फिर कंट्राडिक्टरी लगती हैं।
आपको माइंड में आया, तो बाहर में दिखता है, तो गुरु जो गुरु ये कोई पतन होता ही नहीं होता।
Maharaj is saying that if there is a guru, he never falls down. But if somebody is not a guru, pretending that he is a guru, he was never a guru. So if this concept is clear for somebody, then it will be also very clear that the mantras which even if a bogus guru has given, that mantra he has heard from a bona fide guru. So the mantras itself never ever becomes unbona fide. Mantras are always bona fide. So if one is having that kind of stage of consciousness, then he can continue chanting and meet with some Sadguru and hear again. If this consciousness level is not there, then he should give up everything, again meet with the new Guru and take it.
না তারপরে একটা কথা আছে, গুরু গ্রহণের পূর্বে গুরু শিষ্য দুয়ে পরীক্ষণ, এটা পরীক্ষা করকেই চলেगा।
There is in Hari Bhakti Vilas it has been mentioned that prior to accepting Diksha or a Guru, what one has to do, one has to examine. Guru has to examine his disciple and disciple has to examine Guru. That process has been given over there.
যেরকম ওই
एक मिनट रोकता हूँ पहले आपको बीच में। उसके बीच में विचार जो वो पूछ रही हैं वो आता है कि एक तरफ हम कह रहे हैं कि गुरु का कभी भी पतन होता ही नहीं है, ये तो सत्य बात हो गई। अभी दूसरी तरफ से जो ऐसे लोग जो कि पहले गुरु का कार्य कर रहे हैं, बाद में
कार्य कर रहा है तो गुरु ही तो नहीं
ना, वो तो ठीक हो गया, गुरु का कार्य कर रहा है गुरु नहीं है। और दूसरा है कि जो गुरु हैं उनका कभी पतन होता नहीं, भले कभी दिखाई भी दे तो भी होता नहीं। ये बातें तो समझ आती हैं दोनों की दोनों, किंतु इसके बीच में जो गुरु अभी पतित हो गए हैं वो गुरु हैं या नहीं हैं, इसको कैसे समझा जाएगा?
तो उसका एक्शन से
कि बाद में वो रिपेंटेंस फील करते हैं या नहीं करते। सो आई आस्क्ड महाराज दैट इफ a guru is a bona fide guru, he never falls down, even though externally some circumstances may show something like that, but he is not fallen, or only it was been seen accident or something like that. On the other side, a person can say like he was acting as a guru but fallen down, means he was never guru. So how we will be able to understand that a person to whom we are seeing that has fallen down is real guru, accidentally fallen down, or he was never a guru? How to understand this? So Maharaj is saying that by his actions. What is his action? That he is feeling repentance for it or not. If repentance is there, that means he is having gurutva in him. If no repentance, then that means he was never a guru.
If somebody was never a guru, even though he himself received the Gayatri mantra from a bona fide guru, how can his giving Gayatri have any effect?
Effect is not being spoken. The main thing is that if our level of consciousness allows us, then it will be seen that because he has got from somebody and he has just repeated, and Maharaj is not saying that one has to stick with that. He has to definitely come out from that and understand that he has to meet with a Sadguru and hear this again. It's not that he has to give it up. Mantras are bona fide and the process is bona fide, but a person who has given me is not bona fide. So what I have to do now? I have to look for a bona fide person from whom I can get it.
That's clear to him, but it's up to him whether he's considering that he received it from
If doubt is there, then he should give it up. If he is able to keep it up, that yes, he is going to meet with the Sadguru and again going to revive these mantras, so he can go for that also. I think that's it for now.